Hey everybody, and welcome to a 40-minute, well-rounded power yoga class. We're going to start in child's pose. So feel free to have the big toes connect together, let the knees open, splay out, and just let your torso, let your belly just rest between your inner legs. And if you're finding that it's difficult for your forehead to make its way to the floor, you can always grab a block and set the block underneath the forehead as well as a modification. And we'll take about a minute or so here just to establish the foundation for the practice and to set the tone and to really find the quality of yoga within our minds so that when we start to move, when we start to flow, you know, it really becomes a meditation in motion at the same time that it's athletic, and you benefit from all the great qualities of fitness. A little balance, a little strength, a little agility, a little stamina, a little detoxification. All of that's coming. But before we get into it, just start to find that wave of breath. Just starting to flow in and out through the nose. And for the majority of the practice, we breathe in and out through the nose. Our nose is like a natural filter that keeps any unwanted debris, dust from getting into our internal organs. And you'll also find that as you breathe in and out through the nose, you can sculpt the breath with a lot more quality. So drag those inhales all the way down to the bottoms of the lungs. Complement those deep inhales with those long, thorough exhales. And allow your mind to hone into that breath as you allow everything else to disappear. So you let your yoga practice just be a little sanctuary as you step away from all the demands, all the responsibilities of life. And just come back to being present, come back to being in the now. As always, if you ever need to take a break or rest, you can always drop the knees and just know that child's pose is always here if you want. So with that breath and that flow, let's go ahead and start to find our groove as we come all the way up to tabletop pose, all fours position, stacking the shoulders right above the wrist, stacking the hips right above the knees, and then starting off with cat and cow. Inhale, heart forward, belly drops, and exhale, slowly round in through the spine. Inhale, heart forward, spread the collarbones, and exhale, round it in, lifting that belly up and in. One more time. Inhale, loosening up the muscles around the spine, and exhale, round it in. Good, you guys. Now come back to a neutral spine, neutral table. And then lift the left leg off the ground parallel to the floor. Extend the right arm forward. And then let's just kind of refine the alignment. So feel the left hand driving down as you create space in the left shoulder. As the right arm reaches out, roll the outer right shoulder down and lift that inner right bicep up. And then roll the outer left hip down as you lift that inner left thigh up and extend all the way back to that left heel. Take one last big inhale, pull out, lift up, and then exhale, hand, knee, foot to the mat, and then switch sides. Right leg lifts up, left arm extends out. Again, find your alignment, and then see if you can take your outer left hip and see if you can pull that towards your inner right thigh. So you feel the inner thighs drawing in towards each other. And then feel the pose like a wave. One last inhale, find that apex. And exhale, hand, knee, foot to the mat. And then step back to plank, right into upper push-up. Shoulders above the wrist, the legs drive back. Lengthen the tailbone back by the heels as you radiate that heart forward. Take one last inhale, plank pose, and then exhale, lower slowly, all the way down, down, down onto your belly. Keeping the hands back by the ribs, releasing the feet, extending the toes to that back wall. And then easy cobra. Inhale, gently lift that chest up. And exhale, set it down. Good, a few more like that. Inhale, massage that back. And exhale, back down. Good, 3 more times. Inhale, lift up, not too high, not too low. And exhale, chest and chin down. 2 to go. Inhale, come up to your own degree. And exhale, back down nice and easily. Good, last one. Inhale, rise up. When you get to the top, hold there. Hug those elbows into the ribs. Extend your heart forward. Lift that chest up. Roll the shoulders back. Take one last big inhale, cobra. And then down dog, tuck the toes. Lift the hips. Drop the head. And welcome to the first down dog of this practice. If you're feeling a little stiff, a little tight, a little rigid, it's all good. That's pretty much par for the course. Breathe into what you're feeling. And guaranteed the first down dog is always way different than the last down dog. And that's just a testament to all that's about to happen, the power of what you're moving through. Spread the fingers wide, indexes straight forward, palms rooting firm into the mat, hips slope into the sky, the heels pressing down towards the ground, and if the backs of the legs feel really tight, you can always put a little bend in those knees and modify. Good, wherever you are, one last inhale, stretch it back. And then exhale, lightly walk both feet forward all the way to the front of the mat. And then spread the feet out the width of the hips. Bring the hands to the shins right beneath the knees. And then let's take it into a very first halfway up, flat back. Extending your spine, your heart forward. Make sure your neck is long, so chin slightly in. And the top of the neck lengthening forward towards that front wall. Take one last big inhale, draw out. And then exhale, forward fold, melt down. Good. Put a slight little bend in the knees. Bring the hands all the way up to the hips. And then grounding through the feet, leading through your heart on a big inhale. Rise and float both arms all the way up overhead. And then both hands to prayer right in front of the heart. Let's take a moment, close the eyes. Bring that gaze inward. Feel that connection to your inner still point. And then let's chant the mantra Om together one time. Take a big deep inhale through the nose. Good. Slowly open up the eyes. Release those arms down by your sides. Inhale, float both arms all the way up. And then exhale, forward fold. Dive down on that out breath. Inhale, flat back, either fingers on the mat or hands to shins. And then exhale, step back to plank. Lower down, same out breath. And then cobra. Inhale, chest draws up. And then down dog, exhale. Tuck the toes. Lift the hips. And just settle in there. Take a few breaths. Allowing your breath to be your mantra. Allowing your breath to be the musical soundtrack to your practice. Allowing your breath to inspire how you flow. Because the breath is fluid. The breath is liquid-like. It's wave-like. And then our movement should be like that as well. So just imagine that you're just surfing those waves of breath as we start to establish a little rhythm now and a little bit of a flow. Inhale, stretch back. Exhale, walk or jump lightly top of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise and fly, both arms up. And then both hands to prayer. Little smile on the face is always good. Inhale, circle those arms up. Feel free to lean back if you like. Exhale, forward fold, dive down. Inhale, flat back, fill those lungs up. Exhale, step or jump back, lower down, vinyasa. Inhale, chest scooping up. And exhale back, downward facing dog. Good, let's come up onto the tips of the toes, lift those hips up really, really high. Good, feel that navel lifting up towards the front of the spine. Feel those hips sloping up like a mountain peak. And then see if you can keep your hips high as possible and then drive your heels back down towards the mat. So you're really working those heels towards the floor. It doesn't matter whether they touch or not, but just move them in that direction. And again, in yoga, it's never about the end result. It's always about the effort. It's about the process. It's about discovery. Inhale, stretch back, sink in. Exhale, walk or jump, both feet through. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold, dissolve. Inhale, rise and soar, both arms up. And then exhale, both hands to prayer, bringing it home. Inhale, circle those arms up with soul. Exhale, forward fold. Hit that perfect no. Inhale, flat back, fill those lungs to capacity. And then exhale, step or jump back, lower down gradually. Inhale, bend that spine kindly. Exhale, down dog. Those are history. Those are gone. Good. From down dog, inhale forward to plank, up or push up. And then chaturanga. Exhale, you lower, you hover right above the mat. Up dog. Inhale, chest up, thighs off the mat, elbows draw towards straight. And then down dog. Use the core, lift those hips up, drive those thighs back. Good. 2 more like that. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Once more. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, heart shines up. And exhale, down dog. On an inhale, stretch back, get long, get loose. And then exhale, walk or spring both feet through. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise and float both arms all the way up. And then both hands to prayer right in front of your heart. Good. With your feet together, let's bend the knees, squat the hips down. And then chair pose, both arms all the way up. Good. Feel the weight back into the heels of the feet. And take a moment, look down, see if you can see your toes. If not, pull your knees back. And then try and lift all 10 toes off the mat. And then fan those toes out. And then release the toes back onto the mat. Squatting way back into the glutes. Good. Find your gaze around the horizon. Draw the elbows towards straight. Roll the outer arms forward. Pull the biceps back. Squat down a little bit deeper into that fire. One last inhale, lift those arms up. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, invite the oxygen down. And then exhale, step or jump back, lower down with muscle. Inhale, chest up. And exhale, down dog. Inhale, lift the right leg to the sky. And then right foot, top of the mat. Good. On back left toes, crescent. Take both arms and reach them all the way up. Come back to that breath as you bend that front right knee right above that front right heel. You could always put a slight bend in that back left knee, especially the first couple crescents. And that'll help you allow the tailbone to soften down. And then you soften the bottom front ribs in. Feel the back of the heart elevating up. The arms shining up. The fingers spread wide. Take one last inhale. Reach up. Lean back. Maybe look up. And then exhale, vinyasa, all the way down. Elbows hug the ribs. Inhale, chest up. And exhale, down dog. Good, other side. Inhale, float that left leg up. And then left foot, top of the mat, deep as can be. Back right toes from that runner's lunge, crescent pose. Go ahead and rise all the way up. As you power back to that right leg, see if you can turn the outer right hip forward, really getting those hips in that neutral position. Good, arms are reaching up. At the same time, though, can you soften your neck? Can you soften your trap muscles down? Good, can you find just the right amount of space between the teeth so the jaw is relaxed? One more inhale, reach up, lean back. And then exhale, vinyasa. All the way down with breath control. Inhale, chest up. And exhale, downward facing dog. On an inhale, stretch it back. And then exhale, walk or jump, top of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold, bend the knee, squat down. And then chair pose. Float both arms all the way to the sky. Chair pose in yoga is called Utkatasana. And Utkatasana means the fierce pose. Good, find your inner fierceness as you continue to move through your yoga practice. And sometimes to break through obstacles, to overcome our own limits, we need that fierceness to push us over the edge. One last inhale, chair, stand up, hands to prayer. Good, now let's take what you just did, let's turn that to a little flow. And let's just, release a little more tension, a little bit more stress, all that good stuff. Here we go. Inhale, chair, bend the knees, squat the hips down, arms up. Exhale, forward fold, head low. Inhale, flat back, suck that air down deep. Exhale, step or jump back, lower down with strength. Inhale, up dog, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg up. Right foot, top of the mat. Inhale, crescent, rise from balance, reach up. And then exhale, vinyasa, all the way down with steadiness and finesse. Inhale, expand the chest. And then exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg up. Left foot, top of the mat. Inhale, rise from strength, float up, light and free. Exhale, vinyasa. All the way down easily. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, stretch back. And then exhale, walk or jump softly, top of the mat. Inhale, heart draws out. And exhale, forward fold squat. Chair pose. Inhale, arms up. Stand up, hands to prayer. Good, one more round. Inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, chest high. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg up. Right foot flows deep. Inhale, crescent, rise with mindfulness. Exhale, vinyasa. All the way down. Inhale, open that chest cavity. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg up. Left foot flows deep as possible. Inhale, rise, reach up. Exhale, vinyasa, all the way down slow. Inhale, chest up. And exhale, down dog. Good, let's hold there. Come back to that breath. And just welcome in that warmth. That warmth is a good thing. That fire that you're stoking is a good thing. That's the element of change. The element of transformation. Now right leg to the sky, inhale, lift it up. And then right foot, top of the mat. Spin the back foot flat. And then warrior one, inhale both arms all the way to the sky. Good, feet spread a good 4.5 feet apart. Outer left hip turning forward. Right knee bending right above that front right heel. Outer left foot strong. Take one more inhale, reach those arms up. And then warrior two, left arm back. Right arm straight out in front of you. Good. Right foot slides a little bit over to the left, so your front heel lines up with your back inner arch. As you squat the groin down low, wrap the right hip underneath and in, and then aim your right knee right towards the middle of that right foot. Both arms in alignment with each other, and you find that laser-like focus out across that right middle finger. I think I wrote that on my Instagram picture today. Good. Flip that right palm up to the sky. Reverse warrior. Left hand outer left leg. Right arm all the way up and back. The right knee bending deep. Right elbow pulling towards straight. So it's like you're drawing your right bicep around that right ear. One last inhale. Stretch it back. And then back to warrior two. Good. From here, straighten your front right knee, right leg. Slide the back foot in a little bit closer. And then line your feet up heel to heel. So maybe pivot the right foot a little bit to the right. And then inhale, reach that right arm out. And then triangle, right hand down. Left arm all the way up to the sky. As you continue to wrap that right hip underneath and in. Good. Spine hovers right above that right leg. Now roll the left chest open and then extend your left arm forward all the way out towards the front as you barrel your left ribs open to the sky and you roll those bottom ribs underneath and in. If you feel like you want a little bit more juice, take that bottom right arm, extend that up and out, and just know that you can always bring more fire in with some of the more intense variations. Some days that fire, that intensity can be very therapeutic. Other days, it could be irritating. So you got to choose what feels right for you. Now, right hand down, left arm up, inhale. Left hand to left hip on the exhale. Turn the gaze down. Look about 10 to 12 inches in front of the right foot, a little to the right. Start bending that front right knee on the inhale. And then step up all the way into half moon. And feel free to use a block if you want, like Deirdre's doing here. You can always use the block underneath the right hand. Now, as you're ready, left arm all the way to the sky. And ideally, in half moon, we want to have that spine parallel to the ground. So a lot of times what happens is that the chest dips down, but we use that block, and that props the torso up exactly where we want it. The left heel's driving back, the heart's extending forward, and at the same time, you're softening those bottom front ribs in. Good. All with that breath and that flow and that mind in that yoga zone. Now, looking down, start bending your bottom right knee and then float step all the way back to warrior two, light like a cat. Inhale, reverse warrior all the way up and back. And then exhale, vinyasa all the way down. On that out breath, slow. Inhale, sweet yoga flow. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts up. And then left foot top of the mat. Back foot flat. And then Virabhadrasana 1. Inhale, rise up. And find that warrior. Good. Warrior 1. Feel the earth below you. Feel the power of stability. Feel the power of connectedness, of sturdiness, of groundedness, of centeredness, and how we can derive so much power, so much strength from that quality of stability. Inhale, reach those arms up, maybe bend that front knee a little deeper, and then out to warrior two. Turn the corner, right arm back, left arm straight out in front of you. Good. First few moments. Getting those bones set, getting those muscles set, and then just having a little bit of space where you let that go. And you shift away from doing, and you drop into being, and you just become that clear conduit, just allowing that yoga to flow through you. As if the more that you can get out of the way of yourself, the more powerful your practice can be. Now flip that left palm up to the sky, reverse warrior, right hand out of right leg, left arm all the way up and back as you look for that lateral stretch from your left hip all the way up through your ribs, your lat muscle. One more inhale, deepen in. And then back to warrior two. Good, straighten the front left knee. Slide the back foot in a little bit so your feet are about 3.5 feet apart and feet heel to heel. Inhale, reach out to that front left arm. And then triangle, left hand down. Right arm all the way up to the sky. Noticing the places where you feel the space. Noticing the places where you feel the openness. And then just breathing into those spaces. Good, ribs softening in. Back of the heart lengthening out towards that front wall. Left hip still wrapping underneath and in. Good, roll the right chest open. Extend that right arm all the way out. Extended triangle with the option, if you like, of taking that bottom left arm and reaching it all the way up and out. Good. Notice your left big toe really pressing firm into the mat so you don't collapse into the outer edge of the left foot and your inner left foot stays strong and stable. Good. Left hand down, right arm up and out. And then right hand to right hip on the exhale, looking down. 10 to 12 in front of that left foot, a little to the left. Start bending that front left knee. And then glide step all the way up into Ardha Chandrasana on the other side. See if you can really commit to getting that back right leg drawing towards straight as you drive all the way out to that right heel. And then ever so slightly, it's very subtle, but the right toes turn very slightly downward. And that gives you more freedom in the low back, more space, more integrity around your sacrum. And then you're breathing. If you're falling, you're still breathing. If you're struggling, you're still breathing. When in doubt, all you got to do is breathe. Now looking down, put a little bend in that bottom left knee. And then float step all the way back to warrior two, light as can be. Inhale, reverse warrior like you're pulling back, bow and arrow. And then exhale, vinyasa. Let the arrow fly as you ride that breath. Inhale, chest up. And exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg to the sky. And then right foot, top of the mat. Inhale, crescent rise all the way up. Take a moment there. Good, you guys. Now, start leaning your torso forward on the inhale. And then step up, warrior three, all the way up onto your front foot, front leg. And you can keep the arms out in front of you, but you could also spread your arms out wide. You could bring your hands to prayer in front of the heart. You could reach the arms behind you so you have options with the arms. Traditionally, they're out in front of you, but that can be a little intense, so you choose. Good. Now, let's take the left hand, lower it down onto the mat, underneath the left shoulder. Feel free to grab a block. And then right arm all the way to the sky as you come into twisting half moon. Now, really flex your back left foot so your left toes are facing straight down. And then imagine that your left foot's on a wall. And not only are you driving the left foot on the wall, but more importantly, imagine that you're driving it through the wall. So really press back to that leg. At the same time, rock that heart forward. Take one last inhale, roll the right chest open, and then exhale, right hand down, left leg stays up. Now walk your hands in towards your right foot, and then grab the back of that right foot with one or both of your hands, and then find your way into standing splits. Good. Don't worry about height through the back left leg. Just focus on the length. Get the length, and then start to work the height. Lifting it up to your own sweet degree, never comparing, never competing, just flourishing within your uniqueness. Now, one last inhale, lift that left leg up, and then left foot next to right foot, top of the mat. Inhale, flat back, spine out. Exhale, step or jump back, vinyasa, all the way down. Inhale, sternum up, collarbone spread. And exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg up. Left foot to the top of the mat. Inhale, crescent. Rise up. Take a moment and just get adjusted. Get acclimated. The more that you can stay connected to your inner center, the less likely that you are to be thrown out of balance. And your breath is the thread, it's the cord that pulls you into that inner center, into that place of inner equanimity. You ready for this? Inhale, forward, tilt. Exhale, step up. Warrior 3, all the way up. So you take flight like a missile rocketing through the sky. Try and get your torso level with your back right leg. That's right. Let this come down, 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 down. Good. And then see if you can lengthen the top of the neck forward a little bit. And then see if you can breathe. Good. Right hand comes down onto the ground underneath that right shoulder. And then left arm all the way up to the sky. Good. The hips are even, so the outer right hip's turning down. The inner right thigh is lifting up. So both of your hips are on the same plane, the same axis. And then you want to find the top of that right thigh. Use that muscle. Lift that right leg up. And then charge all the way back to that right heel. Inhale, open sesame. And then left hand down, right leg still up. Walk your hands in towards that left foot. And then grab the back of that left foot with one or both of your hands. So if you feel like challenging your balance, you grab it with both, and you just gaze down at that left big toenail. Now how about one last inhale as you flirt with the edge, lift the right leg up a little more, and then right foot next to left, top of the mat. Woo! Inhale, flat back, spine out. Exhale, step or jump back, vinyasa, lower down slow. Inhale, last cobra, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Good, everybody, let's take a big inhale through the nose. And then side out the mouth, let it go. Good, take an inhale, stretch back, down dog. And then relax the knees onto the mat. Crawl your knees forward to the top of the mat. Cross the feet behind you. Release onto your sit bones. And then connect the bottoms of the feet together. So your toes are forward, heels in, knees out. Grab the feet, drag the feet deep in. And then take a big inhale, lengthen the spine up. But as you lengthen the spine up, keep rolling the outer hips down. And then exhale, fold over and down into bound angle. See if you can pull your forehead, your third eye beyond your big toes. And really work the length of the torso. Inhale's lengthening. And exhale's deepening. Taking advantage of your warmth. Taking advantage of the openness. And just finding your sweet spot. Allowing the inner thighs, the inner legs to get that stretch. Good. Come all the way back up to seated. Bring your hands to the outer knees. Close the knees up. Grab your hamstrings, the backs of the legs with the hands, lean back, and then float your shins, your feet off the mat. Good. That's stage 1 there. Stage 2, arms straight out in front of you. Good. Stage 3, legs draw towards straight. You come into full Navasana. Stage 4, you take the 2 corners of your mouth, you lift that up. That's a smile. And that's advanced yoga right there. Can you smile in a difficult pose? Can you meet adversity with equanimity? In my opinion, that's what yoga is. Take one last inhale, lift up, reach up, and then exhale, lower all the way down onto your back. Reach forward, grab the shins. Squeeze the knees in. Beautiful job, you guys. Good. Slide the hands down the legs. Grab the outer edges of the feet. And then happy baby. Lift the bottoms of the feet up to the sky. Spread your knees out a little bit wide. And then just pull your thighs down. Sink into the hips. As you lengthen your tailbone forward towards the front. And it might feel good to gently rock side to side as well. And just massage the whole entire back. If you want to get back into the inner legs, you could grab your big toes, open the legs out. Completely up to you. Good, bring the legs back together. Grab the shins, squeeze the thighs back into the belly. And then right ankle on top of the left thigh so the right knee flares out to the right. We'll take it into thread the needle pigeon. So as you're ready, you're going to thread your right arm through your legs. Grab the left hamstring or the left shin, both hands. And then you want to flex the feet, especially your right foot. And that'll bring stability, support to the right knee. And then start rolling the outer right hip forward as you draw the left eye downward. And then send the breath, send the focus right into that right hip. Now keep the legs where they are for a moment. Unthread your right arm. Spread your arms out wide. And then wrap your right leg right on top of the left, nice and snug. And then let your knees fall to the left as you come into a wrap leg, spinal twist. If you want to take the left hand and bring it onto the outer right thigh, just to help facilitate the twist, you can always do that. And just feel your whole spine, especially the low spine, releasing. Then both knees back up the middle. Unwrap the legs, grab the shins, squeeze the thighs in. And then left ankle on top of the right thigh. Left knee flares out to the left. Take the left arm and then just slip it through the legs. Grabbing that right hamstring or the shin. Inviting the right thigh down towards the belly. Every exhale where you create the space. At the same time, rolling the outer left hip forward. As we continue to make that smooth descent. And in yoga, we spend the whole entire practice in just moving towards stillness. Moving towards inner silence. And all the movements, all the strong poses are really there to help clear the frenetic, busy, toxic, dissonant energy out of our bodies, out of our minds, and out of our hearts. So we can get that all out of the way and clear the slate. Legs stay where they are, unthread the left arm. Spread the arms out. Wrap the left leg right on top of the right. And then let those knees fall gently all the way over to the right. And then both knees back up to middle. Unwrap the legs. Grab the shins. Squeeze the thighs deep in. And then finally, on a big inhale, curl the forehead up to the knees. Give your whole body a big squeeze. And exhale, Shavasana. Release. Relax. All the way onto your back. Letting the breath return, restore back to its natural flow. Allowing every muscle in the body to truly let go. And allowing yourself to just take these last couple minutes to slip into source, into stillness. Shavasana. From here, you guys slowly start to slide back into the body, back to that gentle rhythm of breath, and perhaps even the pulse of the heart. And just bringing with you whatever it is that you just dropped into. Reach the arms all the way up over the head. Interlace the fingers. Turn the palms inside out. Reach forward, grab the shins, squeeze the thighs into the belly, and then gently rock and roll your way all the way up to a last final cross-legged seat. Bring the hands up to prayer, right in front of your heart. Taking a moment with the eyes closed to give gratitude to the practice for aligning and calibrating you to all the things that are important and meaningful to you. Much health, much wealth, much love. Namaste.